Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new here. Today I'm going to be giving you a complete guide to Badlands National Park in South Dakota. I absolutely love this park. I believe it's underrated, and this is one of the few parks that I've been to multiple times, probably because it's one of the closest to me driving distance wise, but either way it's still a fantastic park that you'll have a lot of fun at. Today I'm going to give you all of my best tips and tricks, go through an itinerary, and just help you plan out your trip to Badlands National Park. So for your itinerary, this is a park I believe that you can do in a day or even less than a day, so that's what I'm going to be going off of here. But one of my biggest tips is to start at sunrise. And there's multiple reasons for this. The first being that it can get really hot during the day. So if you head there in the morning, you'll avoid a lot of that mid-afternoon heat. Obviously, there are way less crowds in the morning, and that's a huge benefit in this park. I also saw a lot more animals when I went during sunrise versus a little bit later in the day. And of course, you can get some amazing sunrise photos at the park. And there's tons of animals to be seen at this park. Keep your eye out for bison, prairie dogs, elk, pronghorns, bighorn sheep, mule deer. There is just tons of animals, and if you look around, you will really see a ton of them. And like I said, especially if you go in the morning, they're a lot more active and you have a higher chance of seeing them. So as for the park itself, it's really just one big road that swivels through the park. You drive through it, it's absolutely beautiful. And it's just called the Badlands Loop Road. And whichever direction you're coming from will determine which side of the park that you're going to want to start on. So if you're coming from the east side, you're probably either going to enter at the town of Interior or Cactus Flat. And if you're coming from the west side, you'll probably start at the town of Wall, which is home to the infamous Wall Drug, which we'll get to later. So your itinerary basically consists of starting at either side. There is an entrance sign on both sides, so if you want to get that iconic picture of Badlands National Park, there is one on both sides of the park. And you'll be just driving the length of the road, stopping at all the overlooks along the way, taking in all the scenery, and stopping to do whatever hikes or trails you want to do as well. There are a lot of overlooks in this park, and you can pick and choose which ones you want to stop at. One of my favorites is Big Badlands Overlook. This is like the iconic one that gets you a beautiful view of the park and some of the best views in my opinion. And this is literally one of the first overlooks that you see right by the east entrance. Some other good ones are White River Valley Overlook, Burns Basin is a good one, and so is Pinnacles Overlook. You're also probably going to want to do some hiking, and luckily there's hikes for all skill ranges. My favorite trail is Notch Trail. This is the one with the iconic ladder. It's super cool and it's a lot of fun to do. It's a fairly easy and short trail up until you reach the ladder. I think the whole trail is only 1.5 miles out and back. And the ladder section might be a little difficult if you have mobility issues, if you're scared of heights, or if you have younger kids. The sections in the ladder actually can get pretty far apart, so it can be a little freaky, but it's totally worth it and leads for some beautiful views at the end. And this is also one of the most popular trails at the park, so it does get really busy. One of the benefits again of going at sunrise. There's also a really short trail called the Fossil Exhibit Trail, and that just shows a bunch of different fossil exhibits from the area. Another short popular trail is called the Door Trail. The whole beginning of that trail is on a boardwalk. Then you get to some more medium length trails like Sage Creek Wilderness, Medicine Route, Castle Trail's another one. There's also some really long ones like Sage Creek Loop that's like 21 miles. So what I'm getting at here is that there's something for every range of hiking ability and for how long you want to hike for. Another really fun and unique thing to do is to stop and feed the prairie dogs. There's this little place called the Ranch Store, and it's right by the east entrance. You can't miss it. There's a giant prairie dog out front. You go in and it's like a little souvenir shop, and then you can also buy a little bag of peanuts for like $1 and go out front and feed all the prairie dogs. They are so cute and it's a lot of fun to see them up close. And if you're hungry and want to stop somewhere to eat or look for some souvenirs, you can go to the town of Wall. And that is where you will find the infamous Wall Drug, which is a huge roadside attraction. I mean, you will be seeing signs for it hundreds of miles in both directions before you even reach it. I'm not even kidding. There are like thousands of signs for this thing. And you can just spend tons of time here checking it out and looking around. So it's a fun little stop, especially if you're looking for some souvenirs, and there's a few different restaurants in the area to choose from. Now, I can't mention going to the Badlands without going to Black Hills and Custer State Park. This area is about 1 to 2 hours west of the Badlands and not part of Badlands National Park. It is its own region. And this isn't even talking about the town of Rapid City and all the super cool things to do there. But this is where you'll find things like Mount Rushmore, the Crazy Horse Memorial, and there's tons of wildlife spotting and hiking. And I hate to say it, but I think I enjoyed visiting the Black Hills more than I did Badlands. And I honestly don't believe that's really a hot take. If you've been to both regions, I think you'll agree with me. And I could make a whole video talking about this region because there's so much to see and do, so let me know if that's something that interests you. So for now, I'll just mention a couple highlights. You have to visit Custer State Park, drive the beautiful Needles Highway, go through the tunnel. You'll see beautiful overlooks and these super tall spikes of stones. There's also a big wilderness loop that you can drive and see a lot of bison and elk. A lot of the times they're super close to the road too, so you might get lucky and have some bison right up beside you. Wind Cave National Park is also out in this region. Unfortunately, it was shut down both times that I went, so I never got a chance to go to it, but it's right nearby. You can also drive through the town of Keystone. This is right by Mount Rushmore. It's super fun, it's touristy. Lots of good places to eat, and you can get all your souvenirs here. In Custer State Park, you will also find the highest point east of the Rockies called Black Elk Peak. We did this hike, it's about 7 miles, and it's absolutely beautiful and a lot of fun. And if you're looking for a shorter hike, you can do Cathedral Spires, which is just otherworldly. So that's all I'll say for now, but if you're going to the Badlands, I highly recommend spending at least a day in the Black Hills region. So you can spend 1 day in Badlands and 1 day in the Black Hills and Custer State Park, and you won't regret it. So I'm going to end with a few little tips here. First, I wanted to mention that I have a whole video going over road trip tips and advice on how to do a road trip on a budget. On that video, I go really in depth on how to save a bunch of money while you're on a road trip. So a lot of tips that are in that video would also apply to this one if you're road tripping. I talk about where and how to camp for free because that's usually how we do it. I also talk about how you can save money on gas and a lot of car camping tips in general. My next tip is that this park is great for astrophotography, so if you're into that, you're in luck. Next is that the weather can really vary depending on when you go. It can be super hot in the middle of the afternoon and chilly in the morning and in the evening. So I would definitely make sure you're checking the weather before you go and preparing for all different types of weather. Make sure you bring a lot of sunscreen, a hat, or UPF clothing to protect you from the sun. So that is all my tips for this video. If you've been to the park, let me know how you liked it. And again, make sure to check out my budget road trip tips and tricks video. I'll have that linked below. And if you want more videos, make sure to go follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I post every day over there. And make sure to subscribe to me here as well. And thank you so much for watching.